Okie pokey. Now that we have our cans... Words.
Let's try this again. Okie pokey weirdos, I'm Rev, and welcome to my world of cosplay shenaniganery. One of my many projects that kept me occupied during lockdown was this fantasy forest wall. Recently, though, I have moved, and I had to take the whole thing down and take it apart. But I do plan to add on to it, and because I struggled with this thing so much, I wasn't sure if I was going to post the video. However, Prickly Alpaca, Rachel Maskey, and Dress Me Up Scotty have been doing really well for themselves with creating whimsical projects and videos. So I thought, why not? I'll give it a try. Let's get whimsical. And a thank you, Rachel. Let's get shopping.
Squishy, squishy.
I was worried about these little bitty pieces falling off and making a mess in my room, so it's Mod Podge time.
Now that we have our canvas up, we get to start the real fun. Even with a beat up old sheet that's covered in stains like these, we'll be covering up those sections with our vegetation or scraps of fabric. So stains and yucky bits aren't going to be a problem, hopefully. First, let's get to a real setup so that you can see the whole canvas. And I'm more centered in the screen. Now that we have that figured out, I'm going to put safety pins, I'm dropping them and losing my hat. Ooh. Now I'm going to put safety pins in spots where I'm going to outline myself so that I know where I sit in frame and I can put up my additives based upon my location.
I want to see you.
And here's my general outline of where I would be sitting in front of the camera.
I know, it's a given. This is a low budget background and I'm beating my leaves. It's pretty minimalist, especially compared to my usual work. So maybe that's your style and this works for you. Not so much for me though. Let's try something else. And all I did was add scarves that I already owned. So that was no extra cost to me. Try to get creative and use items around the house that brighten up the wall a little bit more if you'd like more going on in your background. Most people suggest more plain, blank backgrounds, but that's not who I am. So I have another one for you. And the air kicks on. Hang on. Give it a second. Okay. And this is a stuffed animal I already had too. Get creative! Come on, I want to see some imaginativity. Get creative, see what you can stick to this wall, because safety pins do wonders. Just attaching it to the sheet means you're only putting a couple holes or using a couple command hooks up at the top of this canvas. Then you can change it around however you want on the sheet. You don't like it? Okay, how about a waterfall? Now that's all by itself here. Fluff. No, not fall over, just fluff out for me. No. Fine. Let's do it this way if you're gonna be picky about it. That's that one. Now that one's gonna be right where I sit. That isn't gonna work. Let go. Ooh, I do like that. Okay. You could have some vegetation like that. That's only $2 extra. I really like this one. Ooh. Ah. All right, let's do a couple more. So what if you're a succulent fanatic like I am? There we go. Again, $10. If you're willing to spend more money, you could have more succulents. Not a succulent fan? Okay, how about floral? $10, but we can have more. We can have more. Whee! Woo! Whee! I'm not okay. And I just threw dog hair everywhere. Time to start this fantasy wall of my own and do lots of stuff to it.
For my own forest wall, I wanted to go the route of 80s and 90s fantasy. We're thinking of things like The Last Unicorn, The Ewok Adventure, Labyrinth, The Neverending Story, Dark Crystal, Willow, and my main inspiration for this, Legend, because I'd love to live in a fantasy forest where I get to play Tim Curry's part. I suppose that would include Fern Gully as well.
Toxic love.
I'm gonna start with a whole bunch of stuff that I've thrifted, like this beat up old bed sheet, a very mossy looking blanket, and some various fabrics along with thrifted foliage as well as some of the cheaper foliage that you can find at Walmart or craft stores, online, wherever you can collect. However, I did budget for about $200 because I was going to go absolutely insane on this thing. Over time, I have collected more bits and baubles and finding little pieces here and there as I go along, especially at thrift stores. Something I realized didn't work as well after having the forest wall hanging for a bit was that the nails kept ripping through the bedsheet. So I came up with a fix. I took nylon webbing, backpack straps, and sewed them in the places where the nails would be going so that the nails would go through the nylon webbing as well as folding the sheet over so that it'll be going through 2 layers of bed sheet. Now it's extra sturdy and it will survive. That's what my forest wall looked like before I moved, and right now this is what it looks like. It's a pile of foliage in a box currently, but I am excited to get it up on my new walls. For more cosplay shenaniganery, we got subs, comms, thumbs. I have a Patreon, and I do have a campaign up on my Ko-fi at the moment. Please tell a friend about my crazy shenaniganery. Every single one of my subscribers is an amazing little weirdo to me, and I love you all. And welcome to the madness.
Stay. I said stay. Stop that. Woo! What is with this thing? Okay. How about that? Nope. Fail! Ah! Okay, safety pin it is. Stab.